Hey everyone, welcome to Q&A Sunday with Rich Dallas. That's me, and I am from Berkshire Hathaway, the Dallas-Fincham team. Q&A Sundays where we tackle your questions every week. So if you have one, put it in the comments below. Email me, call me, text me, whatever you got to do. Talk to someone on the team, and we will get it answered in a future episode. On today's episode of Q&A Sunday, we are going to answer the three questions of: my home inspection just happened. How quickly should I hear a response? Am I allowed to record people in my home? And if I walk away for no reason, what happens? So, jumping into the first one, I had this happen this week. We had a home inspection that ended at 3 o'clock. My seller calls me at 3:05 and says, "Did you hear anything yet?" It doesn't happen that quickly. Yeah. Sometimes you get a little nugget of, oh, hey, nothing major happened, or no deal breakers, or oh my gosh, we're going to have some issues, things like that. Those things come up. But generally speaking, it takes a day or two for the home inspector to get the report to the buyer, then the buyer to process that through their mind and figure out what they want to ask for in repairs, or if they want to ask for a credit, or whatever they want to do. On the contract, there is a timeline as far as when they have to do that. By default, it's 10 days here in Pennsylvania, but in most cases, most agents write in 15 days. So they have 15 days from the time they sign the contract to actually respond to you. Even if the home inspection happens on day 5 after we sign the contract, they still have an additional 10 days until they have to respond. So the home inspection, the process usually is been very busy and backed up lately because of the demand of the housing market right now. And so home inspections have been taking a little bit longer. Getting the reports have been taking a little bit longer. So sellers, be patient. As a seller agent, I typically don't go after the buyer and ask them what happened with the home inspection, because that means it sounds like we're fishing for things to be wrong. As a buyer's agent, I'm always on top of things, and if we want to get something from the seller, we're really quick to get moving on that. But that's the first question. If you have any more questions or want to dive deeper about that, let me know. Secondly, am I allowed to record people in my house? Pennsylvania is a two-party consent state, so you are not allowed to record people voices. You can have video in your house and security cameras and things like that, as long as they're not picking up audio. If you are picking up audio, you do 100% have to disclose it. I tell my buyers all the time now, as we walk through a house, that there is a very good chance that they're being recorded against their will. If you came into my house, I have security cameras in my house. So Ring doorbells, everything is, possible in today's day and age. You might not even know that it's a camera because it's so small, or it's hidden in something. We all saw the movie, Meet the Fockers. You could have it in a teddy bear. Anyway, so the answer to the question is no, you cannot record people, but the real world truth is that there is a very good possibility that you are being recorded while you're in a house. So always be mindful of saying stuff. If you're walking through a house and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest house I've ever seen, I would pay $50,000 more than than what they're asking. There goes your negotiation tactics if the seller happens to hear that. So always be mindful of what you say in a house, just because you don't know what's happening. And so third question, had this happen this week? What happens if I walk away from a house and it's for no reason, no good reason? It's not because my mortgage didn't go through. It's not because the home inspection went bad. It's just because I woke up one day and I realized there was no overhead lighting in the bedrooms, and I said, who wants to deal with that? That's the real life case here. So what happens in that situation is, unfortunately, you are going to lose your hand money. If all other timelines have lapsed and there's no other way to get out of an agreement, and you're walking away for no apparent reason, Unfortunately, you are going to lose the deposit money, the escrow money, hand money, depending on where you're at and who's watching this. Everybody calls it something different, but in Pennsylvania, we typically call it hand money. So that hand money that you had put down, whether it be $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, and the initial when you wrote the offer, that is in jeopardy of being lost once you walk away for no apparent reason after all other timelines have lapsed. Otherwise, we could figure out a way to get you out of something if you still have a mortgage contingency and, or if you're still within your home inspection timeline. But in this situation of how it came up and why I wanted to bring it up was it was 2 days prior to the closing, did the final walkthrough, and they walked away. So they are going to lose their hand money. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and they're not buying the house that they thought they wanted, and now they're going to find a different one and a better one, hopefully. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. So that was an episode of Q&A Sunday. I hope these questions are helpful. Again, my number 412-965-6387. If you have any questions that you want to hear on a future episode, reach out to me. If you are looking to buy or sell, reach out to me. We can help you navigate through this crazy market that we're in right now, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.